Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry I've been MIA for a month. It's hard, man. I gotta juggle life. I gotta juggle being a parent, a spouse, work. It's hard, and you know what? I think this question that I have been sitting on for a month. Let me tell you. I don't know how do you say your name, Mayo Junior, MYOJHNIER, three exclamation points. But I've been thinking about your question every day. Every day I've been thinking about how to answer this question. I think I know how I'm going to tackle this. Just for you guys don't know, here's what he asked. He said, "Hey, if you have any tips for experienced cooks, like for me right now, I'm struggling with this mentality where I think everyone is shit. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. How can I get rid of that toxic mentality? I'm not mean or anything with my fellow cooks, but it's like they could do the simplest mistake, and in my head, I'm like, oh my god, fuck this guy." I think I developed it because I've been cooking for like 20 years. I don't want to think like that. Like you were talking about teamwork, blah, 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 but that's how it should be. We should have each other's backs. So I don't know if there are some steps I should take, or maybe take like a vacation or something. I don't know how to really confront this mentality. This is it, man. I'm dealing with it. This is partially why I've been having trouble uploading videos. I think at the very least I should have been uploading maybe every other week. Why is that? To me, this is a symptom of burnout. That's what it sounds like. I'm not saying you're burnt out, but I'm just saying that maybe you don't have a full-on cold, but I can see the sniffles. You may not have a full-on cold, but you got a kind of a high fever. You may not have a cold, but your throat is sore. Yeah, it's really fucking hard. And I think what most cooks don't, I've kind of realized this. If you're under 5 years, I would say your primary focus is learning how to work in a kitchen, learning the skills needed to succeed in any kitchen you'll land in. After 5 years, I would say that's when, I mean, even before, if you're a cook, at some point I feel like you want to be a chef. You want to run your own ship, you want to run your own kitchen, maybe you want to do banquets, maybe you want to be a private chef, but at some point you probably have an aspiration to be a chef. And that's when that grind starts. And the thing is, like working out, you can overwork yourself. What happens when you overwork yourself? You end up injuring yourself. You might pull a muscle, you might tear some ligaments. We're not superhumans. We're like anything. As much as I love working out, as much as I love jump roping, sometimes you just gotta take that day and not do it. Maybe just take that week, reset your body, get it, You're gonna feel refreshed. So that's step one. Take the vacation. Please take a vacation. Take some time off. And disconnect from any cooking shit. Stop that. Hang out with friends. Hang out. If you have a spouse, if you have someone, spend time with them. You got kids, spend time with them. Do something that completely disconnects you. Fuck, stop watching these videos, man. I'm just talking about cook shit here, dude. You don't need to see me. This video just hit, it'll still be there. This video will still be there when you come back. Don't trip on that. So after 5 years, what goes on? What goes on, right? You're on that grind, but like anything, I think the grind should be sharpening you, right? It should be sharpening you like a knife for the milestones you're gonna be hitting. You're gonna eventually maybe be a lead, sous chef, executive chef, and then are you gonna be an owner? Are you gonna run your own operation? And it takes a certain amount, there's a certain level of maturity for each level. If I think back before I was lead and to now, I definitely had to make adjustments with how I interacted with people, how I conducted myself, what I expected from myself, and what I expected from others. It's changed tremendously. And I want to say that if you're on your 5 year mark or you're approaching the 5 year mark, just know that burnout is around the corner. It's gonna be there. Again, it's the best analogy I can give you is like working out. You do too much of it, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna hurt yourself. A perfect example. About a few years ago, I was as like I was in full blown competitive mode at work. I needed to make sure that someone's missing, you call me. Someone calls me and it's my day off, I go in. They need me to stay late, gladly. Like I would look at other cooks and whatever they wouldn't do, boom, I would draw my baseline. I will never go below that line. You don't want to go and take help other cooks out. Cool, I'll help them out. You don't want to stay, I'll stay. You don't want to come early, I'll come early. You don't want to do a double, I'll do the double. You don't do cloping, I'll do the cloping. You don't want to work 7 straight days and give up your weekend, I'll fucking do it. That was me. And then one day I got like a sore throat. Well, fuck that. I woke up, took some Dayquil, and then I was just taking some ibuprofen. Worked. Boom. Week 1. Week 2 kind of went away. Week 3, I'm like, fuck, man, I feel like shit. Whatever, man. Fuck this shit. I'm not about to call out. We got banquets. We got a party going. We got parties. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a really good fucking time. And then one day, I was feeling fine. I remember I was feeling fine. I was under the weather. And I remember I couldn't even I was getting ready to prep and I couldn't hold my knife. Like straight up, like I was grabbing it and I couldn't make a grip. Like I'm like, fuck, what the fuck's going on? I could feel it wasn't like, it's like my body was just exhausted. My body was like, fuck you, we're done. I was beginning to have trouble breathing. I was beginning, like everything was hitting me. Everything was just coming hard on me by that 3rd week. Oh, and at this time, I'm also working 2 restaurants. So Monday through Friday, I'm working my main gig, and then Saturday and Sunday, I'm working another. So I was really working 7 days a week, plus having to do cloakments, plus double. Again, sometimes I would open on the Saturday and Sunday one, and then I'd drive to the other one and do PM service just to help out. It was just wild, man. Like, I didn't give a shit. But I went to the hospital. I couldn't breathe. I was just so exhausted. I was tired. And I go in. They start checking my stats and everything. And then the doctor comes in and he tells me that they're going to have to keep me here overnight. They're going to have to admit me because they have no idea what is wrong with me. And I appear to be getting worse. I'm like, oh shit, it's for reals. This is some serious shit. That's cool. I'm still thinking about work at this time. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get to work, so maybe I'll be gone, okay, 4-day weekend. Wrong. What ended up happening is I ended up getting pneumonia. I think it's pneumonia, bacterial pneumonia in both lungs. Like both lungs, like at least 75% of both lungs was completely just obliterated. I had to stay. I rested. Like most of my breathing, I had to use a machine where I had to blow, and like, I don't know if you've seen it. You have a little machine you blow and it keeps a little blue thing at a certain level. I had to do that. I missed 1 month worth of work because I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and then I had to recover to get my lung capacity back to normal. I couldn't even go up the stairs without having to like sit halfway, catch my breath, and then finish the track. Like it was hard. And all that is the perfect example of, the grind is supposed to sharpen you. It's supposed to sharpen you, but it ended up just dulling me. That's what it did. I paid a heavy price. So after that, I decided, okay, I need to really chill the fuck out. I need to start assessing things. And then on a separate occasion, my chef pulled me aside because I was having problems with other cooks, just like you talking about here. little things, but mine had progressed to where now I was almost just verbally complaining about it, talking about it. I was telling my shit, and the exec chef just, in so many words, he just said, "Don't let other people's bad work ethic affect yours." In my head, I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, these people are not on my level. These people, like, they suck. Look at this." Or not even suck. It's like, what do you mean? Look, it's, again, he's stuck by it. Don't let, like, worry about yourself. Why do you care what other people are doing? I was just like you. I began to think, what the fuck am I going to do? Because I'm working myself to death and I'm stressing out and it's not becoming fun and I hate it. And it's weird because I love it. I love coming here. I love doing what I do, but I'm getting resentful. I'm getting jaded. So the first thing I did is I quit the second job. I want to be 100% in the one job I'm at. The second thing that I did was, okay, don't let other people's bad work affect mine. Okay, cool. Can I do something about it? For instance, in my job, saute station and fry station share the same buns for mini sliders. And sometimes you'll be putting buns down for, say, burgers, right? Let's say I'm doing saute and I'm making burgers. Well, fry might have some sliders, some chicken sliders, and guess what? They'll just end up taking some of my buns. And that shit used to really bother me a lot. And I realized, well, there's nothing I can do about that. It's the rush. It's the heat of the moment. You're grabbing what you need. Maybe, again, I began to execute empathy. I just didn't see it then. But I began to think like, okay, no one is just going to intentionally just go, it's like, I'm going to fuck up Josue's day today. That's the goal. No one's doing that to you. It's not just all about me. So I began to think like, what's going through their head, right? Maybe they're behind a few tickets and need some buns. Maybe they didn't know, or maybe it's just neglectfulness. Maybe they just don't care. So I thought, what can I do about that? So you know what I did about that? I kind of took ownership of it and I decided, okay, every time there's a slider, if I hear orders from that station, I'm just going to go ahead and put down the buns for them and I'll let them know, hey, just so you know, these are your buns. And then these are my buns. I haven't had a problem since. So that was the first one. I felt like, damn, that's really cool. And there was something empowering about it. About just, again, I took these baby steps. Can I change it? No? Okay. Let's just let it go. Can I do something about it? Yeah, if I can do something about it, I 100% will. You're already self-aware. You're self-aware, you're 20 years, you know that you developed a bad habit, right? Patience is key. So you got to you need patience. We know that. I think empathy is going to be the big one. Empathy. Because with empathy, it's like, how are you going to be mad at someone when you understand where they're coming from? You're more prone to be compassionate and maybe even willing to help out. I love how you said, like, we should be working as a team, blah, 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 blah. Because, look, I stand by everything that I post. I stand by what I say. But it is funny because sometimes I watch this and I'm like, I'm over here talking about how things should be. But that's not how they are, man. No Kitchen is just this perfect fucking little team that's just working together. And there's always gonna, God, I tell you, man, in my kid. Another example. I got really sick and tired that the same fucking people don't help in closing. We've tried to do lists. We've tried to assign like, okay, so closing, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And yet somehow this same fucking people will just close their station down, do their prep list, go upstairs, wait for the time to leave, and then they just leave. It's the same fucking people. And so I just I changed my attitude. I changed. You know what? If you don't want to be here, I'd rather you not be here. Because there's nothing worse than someone that doesn't want to help you, who's helping you. You ever get that? Like, you don't want them. They're not working fast. They're being resentful. And again, I'm thinking about them. Everyone's there for different reasons. Some people need jobs because they need a job and they need to provide. I'm fortunate enough that I work there. I do what I do because I have something to look forward to. And I also have this channel. Like I want to help. It almost wasn't enough that I was helping the cooks out in my restaurant. I just I want to help. I don't consider myself the authority of line cooks. In no way am I like this. I'm no one's version of perfect. Nobody's version of perfect. And in fact, I'm sure if you went to my restaurant now, they could have a nice list of things that I could be improving on. But I guess it's like being a parent. You know what the right thing is, and I'm trying to live by that as best as I can. And I guess this channel is a way of keeping me accountable, because I would feel a certain way if I'm over here saying something and then I'm doing something else. So what am I saying by, I'm not saying go out and start a YouTube channel. You can if you want. But what I'm saying is find something that you're passionate about. Where are you at right now in the kitchen? Are you just a line cook, right? 20 years. Are you a line cook? And is that it where you want to be? And be honest, I'm not going to judge you negatively. If you just want to be a line cook, great. Again, this is what I think about when I see other people, and why I'm not going to be expecting them to have my level of standards, because I'm trying to accomplish something. The same way someone goes to the gym, if you're not going for a competition, you're not going, chill out, man. Do what you got to do and get out. If you're out there looking to like lift, I want to deadlift 400 pounds. I want to go on a marathon. Whatever you want to do, you're going to train differently. You're going to train with purpose. The way you walk, the way you show, So figure out where you are in your kitchen. Do you want to move up? Make that your North Star. And anytime you're feeling away, you're feeling negative, just remember why you're doing it. The other day, sometimes I get so many tickets that I swear to God, it feels like my chef is just fucking with me. Like, you ever get that? You get like, let's say, fire burger, fire 2 burgers, 3 all day, fire 5 all day, 6 all day. And you're just like, can you just stop? Shut the fuck up for a minute and let me cook in peace. And I remember I was feeling that. And I just stopped. I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm being negative. I stopped myself. I remember I smashed the burger down. I seasoned it. I took a breath. I looked around. Something that really helped me out at that moment, and that's been helping me out recently, is I changed my physical self. When you're mad, you tend to switch over. You're kind of like not in the mood to smile, just being serious, and you just this. But it's almost funny. It was like when I caught myself, I took a deep breath, and I just told myself, okay, stand up straight, shoulders back, and let's smile. I'm wearing a mask, so you can't see me smile. So I'm just like, just smile. Okay? Look around. Nothing. Service is going to be over in a few hours. And it worked. Just a little changed my mental attitude. Just helped. The longer you do something that you love, the higher the chances are that you're going to burn out from it, that you're going to end up being in this sort of just not a fun spot. And especially 20 years, take it one day at a time. I'm still there. I don't know. Some days are good, some days are bad, but I can tell you I'm miles away than where I used to be. And I think in time, I'm just going to hone these skills. So I would say maybe like I want you to remember this. Do something that gives your life deeper meaning. So for me, it really is doing this YouTube thing. Like, I fucking love it. I love helping you guys out. What's something that you love? Are you into murder mystery? So fucking watch the murder mystery shows on your time off, you know? Are you looking to be a chef? Then start thinking, what do I need to do to start moving up? What else do I do? What else could you do? You into riding bikes? Go ride bikes. Go hiking. Find something that gives you a purpose. You know, I think, like, say if when you're 18 or 19, right? If you're not thinking about moving out, if you're not thinking about responsibilities, you get this money coming in from work. You don't know what to do with it. You're most likely to just blow it on stupid shit. But when you set goals for yourself, it really helps out. And I think as the older we get, we forget that just because we're not kids or we're not young, that those rules don't apply to us. They 100% do. Whatever you do, you gotta understand. So let's say if you have no aspirations in the kitchen, that's fine. So it just means that the kitchen is your steady income. And that income, you know, if you have a little extra, could fund something that you're really passionate about. And it can be anything. It also helps to integrate habits, good habits that you have across your personal life and your private. Blend them together. It's so funny how I was guilty of this too. Super organized, you know, have my shit together in the kitchen, but then I come home and it's like, dude, I'm gonna kick my feet up. I'm not trying to do none of that shit. Have you ever seen what happens to a person when they work out hard 6 days a week and then they decide to binge eat on the 7th day? And then they wonder why they're not getting any results? You gotta integrate both sides of it, you know? So at home, are you empathetic? Are you this really nice guy and all that? Try to be more yourself in the kitchen. In the kitchen, are you this very organized, stuff like that? Start applying those little things to your home. And take time off. You know, I think I would take time off. It needs to be a thing. Wherever you are, whatever you do as a job, you need to start planning out the shit. And I'm not talking about like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, no. You need time. You need time once a year. If you have paid time off, do it. If you want to take, man, I'm gonna take the next 4 days off. Do it. Figure out what works for you. Take the time off. One unique suggestion that my mentor gave me that used to be encouraged in the kitchens he was working on is stage on your days off, which I thought was kind of an odd thing to say, but he said that it helps. It lets you know what's out there, and it kind of shows you whether the grass is greener on the other side or not. And for educational purposes, it definitely does help you out figuring how other teams work, what they do, things you don't like, things you do like. I thought it was a great idea. But above all else, I guess I'm just gonna say is be patient. You've been doing this for 20 years. I don't think it's gonna take you 20 years to fix it, to not be like this. I don't want to say fix it because that's not fair. You just develop some bad habits, man. You just develop a way of thinking, you know? And I think that stress that it's giving you is you're working a lot. And it's not so much the physical, it's the mental aspect. You're going at it and you need to slow it down. And then when you come back, you need a foundation. So a foundation of patience, a foundation of empathy, and then figure out what your aspirations are. Do you have a goal? Do you have something to work towards? And if you don't, again, find something, dude. I'm doing little things. Check this out. I don't do plants. Check this out. I've been taking care of this plant. It's just a little orchid. I have a timer that lets me know when to water it. I got a little guy. My kid got into these, destroyed them, but check this out, I got 1 and 2. I am filling my time up with little things that help me take my mind off of work, but also develop habits so I don't just feel that I'm just floating in time. My time is valuable, and you should value your time just the way you should value yourself. And when you're feeling like that, it's easy to go and blame other people for it. When it's really just us, where we're outgrowing that skin, that mentality. It's time to move to the next one. It's time to grow, you know? So it's all mental at this point, buddy. It's all mental. Take your time, turn the engines off, disconnect when you need to. Empathy, empathy, empathy all the way. I'm sorry if this wasn't the video that you were hoping for. And I say I'm sorry because there's not one answer. We're all different people. We all are driven by different things. We all get stressed by different things. So these are the things that have helped me. These are the things where my mind is at. If anything, I would say use this as sort of like plant a seed in your head. Just think about what I said and figure out what might work for you. Don't expect to like boom next week, next month. It's a journey. Everything in life is a journey, you know. And if you're just gonna go at it like a sprint, like I'm just gonna be the most efficient, and I think in 3 months I can do it, you already lost. You already fucked up. I see like that all the time. I'm gonna fucking lose all this weight, and I'm just gonna eat like this and work out like that. Blah 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 blah. Why don't you just do 70% of your total energy expenditure and find a nice stride. Find a good rhythm. Don't overexert yourself mentally and physically. Good luck to you. I really hope some of this gave you help a little bit. I would love to know what's going on. If you want to talk more one-on-one, you can go ahead, comment down below. We can start a dialogue. Or if you want something more personal, straightforward, you can always message me on Instagram. I answer all the messages, all the comments. I read them all. I reply to them. I know what it's like to just not know what the fuck to do. You know what you want to do. You know how to, point 1, point 2, but it's like, how the fuck do you? I understand. I get it. I also want to apologize just not having posted. Again, part of the disconnection is I kind of had to disconnect from this because it's just tearing me, I'm thinking about cooking. I'm thinking about, all that shit at work. And then I come here and it's like, I have to, okay. Work mode. What did I think? What did I do at work? What did I think? But I always check and I always reply to my messages, video or no video. Anyway, I hope this helped you out, guys. Burnout's a bitch. If you're either going to experience it or you're going to have symptoms of it. It's like a cold, man. We're all going to get it. We just have to be open and talk about how we're dealing with it. Not so much because we have the answers, but because we might have a piece of the puzzle that's going to end up helping someone else complete their fucking journey. So that's where we're at. Thanks for the question. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys next time. Have a great service, guys. Peace.